everybody. I'm Andy Lightbody from Rocky Mountain Television, high in the mountains of Colorado. But today we're down in Texas in the Oklahoma area with really what many consider to be a legendary cat fisherman, Mr. Danny King. Danny, thanks for taking the time.
See, we're fishing this area. We got Big Glasses Creek coming in here. We got a little creek coming in here called Rock Creek. This is a big flat. And this, when I say a big flat, your channel's out there quite a ways. The fish come out of these flats. We got the wind blowing into our face. I always like to fish with the wind in my face. We're having to throw a little bit of distance, but that's because we want to get out in the flats. This lake has come up, and we put a fish on line just like that, folks. You just got to have a little patience and a little time. We're not fishing 2 foot of water. We got these bait clicker reels and we can hear them. And of course, I know I need a hearing aid. My wife tells me every day, but you just sit back in these shallow flats and wait. In the fall of the year, these fish come up in here and they're looking for one thing, and that's to pack the baby shad, whatever the wind blows up against this bank, bugs, worms, or anything that you can, and they feed on them. Now, it's not no giant fish. As far as table eating, it don't get no better. You know, it's just that simple. And we're sitting here on this is public land. You can fish it anywhere on public land on these lakes. If you'll get them out and learn how to find out these public places. We throwed a few range cubes in here this morning to draw the small bait fish or the catfish in. You don't have to do it, but we do it. I do it everywhere I go. And you catch a few fish like this and even bigger, and we're hoping for bigger fish. When you fish with the wind blowing in your face like this, it pushes everything against this shore, makes an undertow and pulls out. These big mud flats, it's 1 foot to 2 foot to 3 foot. Them old big blues get up here and they're watering them just like a hog. In fact, you'll... Action Jackson today, boys. I had another bite right here. Let me clip these fins right quick. And we're going to keep a few of these fish, and I don't know if y'all know Andy Lightbody, I'm sure you do, but he's going to do us some fish cooking. We're going to eat a mess of fish. To me, the fish coming out of this lake, some of the best eating fish there is in the world. Now we got us an old tow sack tied off here, a burlap sack. We got a few in it. Randy caught a real nice one earlier, and Cat caught one. We're going to get this straightened out here. Just bear with me a moment. You see, I've got these waders. This lets me wade out. I may walk out there quite a ways, and you're fixing to see it here in just a second. And the reason why, this water is not very deep, and it may run like that out there 30 yards before it has a slope or a drop off or something I want to get in, and it may run another 100 yards this deep. And we're not fishing over a couple of feet of water. Let's get this one back out. I'm getting excited. I'm like a little kid with a new toy. We're using Danny King's Catfish Punch Bait, and if you ain't never used it, you're losing fish. I'm telling you right now. I see Mr. Lightbody running down on the other end. Are we on or off? Now folks, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to tell you, Cat, but if I get a bite, I'm gone. But, and this rolls this stuff in. Mr. Lightbody's got one on down there. Look right down. Can we get him on the camera? Mr. Cameron, we got one down here on this end. Listen for them, Cat, if you have to get them. Well, I'm on in here. We got folks, I know y'all know Andy Lightbody, but it's Mr. Trout Man. I call him Mr. Trout Man. Now, you know, if he can catch fish like this, anybody can. Look at here. He got a nice. Hey, you see, he wants to bring up stuff like that. That's a little bigger than mine. But that's all right. We're not out here trying to beat each other. We're out here just trying to have a nice day on the bank. You don't have to have a $30,000 boat to catch fish.
Well, you need an ounce.
You need an ounce and a half. No roll sinker is what I use. And
Cigarette butt.
that's a cigarette butt. Half-inch stone there. We got Mr. Andy Body hooked up with a #2 Eagle Claw bronze hook. And it's a little smaller than what we're using because we know we got an amateur fishing and we want to try to have him, give him all the advantage that we could give him. And
just bring me another dozen, just like that one.
Another dozen, just like that, the man said. And you notice we got our lead from our hook about 12, 14, 16 inches. Don't tie that hook too close. Let's get this in the sack and we'll go from there. Take a break, boys. Take a break. Let me get caught up here.